Good afternoon from Portland, Oregon. We're done with court early today. Give everybody a moment here to join on and show you our signs again. Here's one of our big signs behind me. Release our ranchers and cowboys. We've got quite a few more signs that we're going to have out here tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last day of court for this week here in Portland. And things are progressing really quick this afternoon. We ended up not having Ryan Payne testify today, and he might not even testify. We're not 100% sure. So that's going to be determined more tomorrow. And also about Pete Santilli. They are planning on calling Pete Santilli to testify on Monday, but that's still a possibility, but they are definitely, that's in the works. We're going to have, looks like Chris Ann Hall testify on Monday. Michelle Fiore is going to testify on Monday. We're going to have Dan Ryan from Plains, Montana, looks like testify Monday. Trying to think of a few others. Terry Linnell maybe testifying on Monday. So we got some great people going to be showing up here to give a final day of testimonies on Monday. So again, we got Michelle Fiore, Chris Ann Hall, Dan Ryan, possibly Pete Santilli, and Terry Linnell. Them are some of the witnesses I know that are possibly going to be testifying on Monday. We were going to have Ryan Payne testify today, but some court procedures and things they're still arguing about and trying to work it out. And so far, Ryan Payne has not took the stand. We know he's here in the jail next to us and been waiting in a holding cell waiting, but so far he has not. It sounds like also, I forgot another name, Barbara Berg is supposed to testify, and I know there's a whole list of others that we're trying to discuss and have for testimonies on tomorrow and Monday both. Arthur Lee Rice is here. He's going to testify tomorrow from Idaho. So we've got a big, exciting day tomorrow, and we're looking forward to it. The day turned out awesome up there. We had a lot of new evidence come out that the defense was trying to bring out, so it was a great day. I'll come back to some of this court stuff shortly. I'm going to turn the camera around here, show you a few people we have down here supporting us, and show you our mascot for today also. We've got, what's her name?
Lassie.
Lassie. So we have Lassie out here today.
Sit.
There you go.
Justice for Lamar. Sit. Right?
That's Sarah Seal's dog, Lassie. So, does she speak?
Give me some meat.
So, here's some of my favorite guys from last summer.
Yes, you may.
Hello.
Hey, John, what's up?
How you doing, Bob?
All right.
Good to have you down here tonight.
For a short period of time.
Yes. So we've got Mark Finch from Plains, Montana.
How you doing, John?
Doing good. We've got David, Shauna Cox.
Hi, guys.
Doing just a surprise here.
What?
We've got Tequila.
Hey, all these American flags. I'm like, oh, God. Stop beating me with them.
Sycamore Shoals Park where they show
We had Arthur Lee Rice down here. I think he just left a little bit ago. We'll come back around and show you our sign again.
I have no idea.
So here's one of our newest big signs we have out here. We'll have another big one tomorrow. And we got a few more down here. So we've got quite a few signs. We'll have a great big jury nullification sign out here tomorrow. But this one here, the EPA, no EPA, that's for Joe Robertson. and the no BLM. And to make sure we know what we're talking about with the BLM, U.S. Department of Interior, Bureau of Land Management. So I won't have very much of a live stream, just, another real important fact here that happened today. We had a total of 4 witnesses that were subpoenaed that did not show up, that have not been heard from. And three of these subpoenas that were issued of a no-show for the witnesses for the defense, 2 of these have been confirmed that they're informants, and they did not answer the subpoena. They have not showed up to court. So I know that 3 of these witnesses, one of them is John Kilman and Will Coleman. So John Kilman and Will Coleman, those 2 have been talked about being informants. They did not show up. There have been arrest warrants issued for these 3 of these individuals, and 2 of them are known informants. So I do not know the names of the other 2 right now that they've also issued warrants for of a no-show, but for sure 2 of those names came out in court this afternoon of witnesses that did not show up, and warrants have been issued for those 4 individuals, and 2 of them as again John Kilman, Flavio Menaggio, if I'm pronouncing his name right, and Will Coleman. Those 2 have definitely have had warrants issued for their arrest, and so we'll see if we get them 2 in court tomorrow or Monday. The defendants have a lot of questions for these informants. They were very active at the refuge, and we know John Kilman for one, for the main reason there. It has been brought up over and over again in this court this time that he was the one who was in charge of the shooting range, of teaching people how to shoot guns, trying to take vehicles, multiple things that he was doing at the gun range. And Ammon Bundy confirmed this again on the stand when they was testifying, and he asked, the prosecutor asked if he was aware that Jason Patrick or Ryan Payne was the one that was in charge of the gun range. And Ammon said, no, Mr. Knight, that was your guy. That was your informant that was actually in charge of the gun range. He said that was brought up in the first trial. So that was interesting that the jurors got to listen to that. That was great. So we have a packed couple of days. It looks like this court's going to be over with possibly on Monday or Tuesday with all the witnesses. We'll have closing arguments possibly on Tuesday and maybe on Wednesday. And they're talking about even Wednesday or even Thursday turning this over to the jurors here in Portland. So this is really wrapping up quick. The judge says if that's the case, she's going to keep the jurors next Friday in deliberation, and we could have an answer in this case as soon as next Friday. So I am getting low on battery here, so I'm going to shut it down for tonight, and I will be back tomorrow about noon. Thank you guys, and God bless.